Welcome to Guy News. This past week, Gordon's been back on the ropes once again. We now learn that instead of being governed by a Prime Minister, we're governed by a team.
Mr Brown told his MPs, I am not a team of one, I am one of a team.
How touching. But lest we forget, this was also the week when Gordon was conclusively proved to have lied his way through the 2007 election fiasco. Surprise, surprise. Asked why he called off the election so late, he claimed he'd never planned to hold one.
We could have won an election now or won an election sooner or later.
And then 2 weeks later, when the polls have turned and you suddenly say, well, actually, there isn't going to be a general election, they draw the obvious conclusion.
But that's the party conference season, Andrew. Parties go up and down, they have their conferences, they come and go.
But this week, former Labour Party General Secretary Peter Watt has debunked this version of events quite thoroughly.
The reality of the election that was called off was that no matter what was said afterwards in terms of decisions not being taken, they had been taken. The Labour Party logistically had spent over £1 million preparing for that election.
The media are so weary of the Prime Minister's lying that it's hardly even news anymore. Sad, isn't it? Over to Emily No-Mates with news of the LibDems crossing out half their manifesto.
Well, you might have missed it, but this week the Liberal Democrats launched their own election campaign, with Nick Clegg shedding promises left and right, or mostly left. He started to sound so reasonable, we at Guy News weren't sure who we were watching.
We will reduce the number of MPs by 150, to ask the Boundary Commission to reduce the House of Commons initially by 10%. Devolve power over the police to local communities. Decentralisation, devolution and empowerment. Playground politics. With the Punch and Judy politics. It really can't go on like this. We cannot go on like this. Shopping lists of pledges, an enormous uncosted shopping list, don't wash anymore. The politics of plenty are over.
They began the week with a gaffe, that's right, with Cowley Street sending out a press release to all and sundry claiming that Labour had raised taxes in parts of the country by an astonishing 22,000%. If that sounded too good to be true, it's because it was, and they later blamed the error on an intern. That followed on from the Tories' own fake data row, which came at the beginning of last week when they launched their NHS campaign poster. But with the pressure really on, Guy News asks, can the Lib Dems withstand the Tory love bombing?
Manhattan. The final frontier.
I've just had a meeting with 8 Liberal Democrats who've now come over to the Conservatives. They come from all sorts of different backgrounds, all sorts of different walks of life. One of the reasons they've come over is they see that we are now a broader party. We're a party with policies that are going to help the health service and education, a party that cares about strengthening our society, and they know the Conservative Party has changed.
In response, the Lib Dems are fighting back, with Nick Clegg giving the public one simple but compelling message. I'm like David Cameron, but I didn't go to Eton. And now Guy News brings you a special adaptation of a little film designed by Parliament to get boys and girls into politics.
What's it like being an MP? Want to find out? Play MP for a week and try to stay on top of British politics. Try debating in Parliament.
Total spending will continue to rise, and it will be at 0% rise in 2013-14.
Answer emails from constituents.
Oh, fuck off!
Then face a baying pack of journalists.
Let me just first of all say, that'll teach me.
Play MP for a week and see how you do.
You can't do worse than the MPs we have at the moment.
And finally, it's another moment of zen with Brillo and the Mad Mullah.
You got banned and you're never off the TV screens. You must be laughing all the way to your social security. You're an able-bodied man, intelligent, educated as a lawyer. Why do you need social security benefits? Why don't you work now?
I don't think they'll have a problem with paying
why
any
don't
of the money
you work now?
I have my personal reasons. But can I just say to you, Andrew...
No, just answer the question.
Do you think my money is coming from the British government?
It's coming from the British taxpayer.
You think they have a right?
So, you're an able-bodied person. Why don't you...
I have my personal circumstances. I think.
Why should we bankroll you to hate this country?
But
since you're able-bodied, are you looking for a job? Are you looking for a job?
There's a concept.
Are you looking for a job?
Question.
No, it's not. I tell you, for our viewers, it's very. Simple question. Are you looking for a job?
Andrew, to discuss that with
We,
you. I think
we
it's
allow you
appearing-
to
it's
do.
appearing
We
to
allow
be
you
so,
to
isn't
do
it?
nothing. We put 25,000 of taxpayers' money your way, which gives you the freedom to slag off Britain at every opportunity.
Osama.
You must think we're mad.
I wanna bomb a path to fame across the earth. I know people may abhor me, but by God they won't ignore me when the CIA determines what I'm worth.